Hi everyone, I'm Joseph from Namseoul University and welcome back my online class. The class is International Distribution and Marketing Strategies in Department of K-Beauty Culture Industry in Namseoul University. Okay, let's get started this class. Today's lecture has a four parts. Uh, the first part is the review time. We have studied the last time in the value ladder, and so we will have a review time for value ladder that last class we have learned, and the second is the definition of consumer and company. So uh, we have studied about a lot of modern marketing strategies. So a lot of market strategies tells us the most important thing is the consumer. So this time we will study about the definition of consumer and the company. And third part is the consumer's new sense, the authenticity. So in modern marketing and in modern business, the authenticity for consumer is very important. So we will study about the authenticity, and the last part is the immutable law of marketing. Uh, so this time we will study about the law of 19 and 20. Okay, let's get started the online classes. The first part is the review about the value ladder. Uh, Last classes we studied about the value ladder and value ladder details. So a value ladder is a visual and strategic framework for organizing your products or service in increasing order of price and value. So uh, the price the more expensive prices have uh, the more values. So this picture is very important. So uh, did you did you remember about the example of a dentist value ladder? The dentist understood a powerful sales concept that I call the value ladder. So we already have studied the value ladder last time and value ladder, and he strategically places me right into me. The dentist offers the first free teeth cleaning service to move patients up his value ladder while ensuring they return over continuous and regular checkup. So please remember this picture. So dentist, the first offer to consumer, the author, the first uh, the dentist they offer the first free service of teeth cleaning, and then uh, he offered the more expensive the service whitening, and then dentist offered a retainer, and then cosmetic surgery, and then the 6 months is checkup. The dentist provided uh, the more and powerful the service step by step. So the author uh, have to choose the more valuable and more expensive service. And we studied about the value ladder manifestos. When we start a company or provide business consulting, there is something we must do first. So we study about the things we must do first. It's mapping out the customer's value ladder. So uh, last time we have studied about the value ladder fast. So it is mapping out the customers value ladders. So mapping out the value ladder helps organize in your mind how you will serve your customers and where you want to take them. especially the consumer and target consumer. So by doing this, you can more easily grasp the true purpose of your company, the primary goal and result you want your customer to achieve. And we have studied about the value ladder manufacturer, and the value ladder is the path to find solution that allow customer to achieve the result they desire. So we call this process must begin by defining exactly what that happy result is, the very reason your dream customer comes to you. So we call this the value ladder manufacturer. We help someone achieve something through what we provided. So this already a red sentence is very important. So we help someone and achieve something through what we provide. So uh, we studied about the example of dentist. The dentist, the rather very rather manufacturer is we help the people in our community boost their confidence by enabling them to smile beautifully and with a certainty. So once you organize your value ladder this way, everything you created can lead your customer to a magical place. So every offer you presented at each stage of the value ladder will help achieve that core goal. So this this ready red this red sentence is also very important. So please remember this picture, the value ladders of dentist. The first free, low cost, uh, free teeth cleaning and then whitening and then retainer and cosmetic surgery and 6 months checkup program. So this very is visual and strategically framework for organizing your products or service increasing order of price and value. The X, X line is the price and the Y line is the value. And how to make value ladder. Some business do not easily figure out how to add new offers to their value ladder. So companies that sell information product can do it relatively easily. This is because ascension funnel have already been built and proven across thousands of other information-based business. In time like this, the problem can be easily solved with just a bit of thought, so creativity and imagination. So uh, the important part of how to make a value ladder is the creativity and imagination. So many businesses fill their value ladder with only one or two offers. A completely full, robust value ladder is very hard to find. If a company can simply fill this empty tier of the value ladder with appropriate product or service offer, it can grow exponentially. Exponentially. So the important is this the, the most important is the only limit to providing value is your imagination. If you just keep thinking about higher level service, you can continue to charge higher price for the offers you put out. So it's all about higher level service and it's all about the imagination and it's all about creativity. So a value ladder is .com secret. The .com secret is very important textbook, main textbook in this class. And .com secret is strategy framework mapping out product or service in increasing order of price and value, designate to maximize customer lifetime value. It begins with low cost free, but the first step is byte and then front end and then middle and the back end. So to attract customers and move them toward premium high ticket offer that provides maximum value and support. The last part of the value ladder detail, the key concept of the value ladder. The first is the goal. It is all about the goal and core concept. The the aim is to guide customers to custom up the ladder from entry level and to product to high ticket solutions, increasing trust and revenue. And structure is its map to sales funnel where also customers buy more expensive items as they get more value. And the five core stages. The first stage is byte, and next is front end and middle and back end and peak offer. Please remember this picture. The first step is byte, and third and second is front end, and third is middle, and fourth is back end, and the last is peak offer. So please remember about the dentist example. The dentist, the bite is free cleaning, and front end is teeth whitening, and the middle is the retainers, and back end is full month reconstruction, and peak is a 6 months program. Okay. This time we have reviews about the value ladder that we have we studied last time, and this time we will run about the definition of cost consumer and definition of the company, because many modern market strategies tells us the most important thing in strategies is consumer. So we have to we have to focus on customer, and we have to center the customer. Uh, so in this reason, we have to run about the definition of consumer in closely. So uh, from now, we will study about the definition of customer and consumer. So the first is the definition of the consumer. The Consumer Protect Act in Korea. Uh, the act defines the consumer as a person who uses or utilizes goods or service provided by a business entity for their daily for daily consumer life. So this is a definition of Consumer Protect Act. The a person who uses or utilizes goods or service provided by a business entity, for example, company and corporation, for their daily consumer life. And please remember this point. A business entity is defined. The company is defined as a person who manufactures and imports or sell goods or provide service. So, uh, consumer and company is uh, customer and company uh, is not a similar concept. So consumer and company is very related uh, to concept. So a general definition of consumer is consumer refer to an individual or a organization that purchase and use products and or service. So role of consumer is purchase and purchaser and user and decision maker. So please please remember about this definition, general definition of uh, consumer. So, consumer refer to an individual or an organization that purchase and use product and service. Etymology about the consumer is also uh, important. So this time we will learn about the etymology of consumer word. The word consumer originated from the Latin word consumer. Uh, in the hunter gatherer area, this means consumer uh, to eat up together, combining come and to get come means together and shumero means take and to eat. So consumer is a combination of come and consumer. And in other words, it evolves into the meaning of to consume from the sense of to exhaust, use up, or spend completely. These words entered the English language via the Middle French words consumer. So English consumer and the Middle French word consumer is typically uh, uh, is very similar and is same, but the meaning of consumer in Middle French and English is different. First, initially, it was simply used to mean a person who the waste or a person who destroys. So, the first meaning of the French word consumer focus on the waste and destroy, and this time consumer is uh, eat together and and have something have together. Next, we learn about the history of the consumer, especially etymology. So, uh, and we have etymology. We studied about etymology, and from now we will learn about the history of the consumer. The first, the first 14th and 18th century, the meaning of the uh, one who consumes. Uh, the first time is the 13th and 17th century. The word consumer appears in English starting from the middle 14th century. At each time, it primarily referred to being that burns or consumes. As we before started, the person who wastes and a person who destroyed and being that burns or consumes is very similar. For example, the word consumer appears in the work of William Shakespeare in the 16th century, uh, signifying that disease or fire consumes everything. So it consumes it means of a burn, a burning about, and so being that burns or consumes. The the first the first time 14th and 17th century, the consumer of the meaning uh, is the burns and consumes and 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 waste. And then 18th and 19th century, the development into economic concept. So consumer has the meaning of the economic concept from the 18th century. From the late 18th century, when the industrial revolution began, consumer gradually began to take on economic meaning. So, the word consumer began to have economic meaning. In Adam Smith's The Wealth of the Nation, is very popular and important book in marketing and in business. And the concept that consumption is the ultimate purpose of production was emphasized, and accordingly the concept of the economic consumer so established. So from the 18th century, the the word of the consumer began to have economic meaning. And 20th century uh, established in the modern sense. The entering the 20th centuries with the development of capitalism and mass production system uh, for industrial revolution, the term consumer came to refer to a person who purchased. And so finally, since this time, the words of consumer have purchased and used products produced by the corporation. So uh, un, until 20th not 20 until 20th century, the words of consumer didn't have uh, the meaning of purchase and use. So in the United States during the 1920s, as mass production and mass consumption became key economic principles, the concept of a consumer society emerges. So the consumer society and consumer thinking and consumer program and consumer strategies is began to important in this time. Since the 1960s, with the spread of the customer uh, consumer rights movement, the role of the consumer has become increasingly important in both law and economics. Okay, uh, we have studied about the definition of consumer, the definition of consumer and general definition, and the etymology of consumer, and the history of consumer. Last time, last class, we will learn about the definition of company because the definition company is also very important because the main uh, main law of responsibility in these days business, the customer and company is very important part. So we will study about the definition of company next classes. Okay, in this time uh, we will take a look definition of a company shortly. The company is an economic entity that generates a profit by producing goods in the market. In other words, company must distribute the profits earned through production activities fairly to those who participate in production and supply inexpensive high quality goods through continuous technological development. So, general definition of company is an organized economic unit uh, that produce goods and service to pursue profit. Refer to a legal entity established for commercial activities or other profit-making purpose as an economic organization that produces and supplies valuable goods and service. So please remember, about the general definition of company. The general definition of company is the organized economy unit. This is an entity. Is very similar concept of entity that produce goods and service to pursue profit uh, by the making product and providing service to consumer. Okay. Okay, that's all this classes, this time classes, and please remember about the definition of uh, consumer. So next time we will learn about the definition of company. Okay, see you next classes. Bye.